Well, we're starting today with a story from America. Now, the US Supreme Court could be about to overturn the nationwide legal right to abortion. Now, this is according to a leaked court document. Now, if successful, it would mean abortion would become illegal in many states in America. And we all kind of stopped in our tracks with this morning, Carol. It's like, so this is based on Roe versus Wade, 1973, when abortion was made illegal in America. So 50 years ago. So we all kind of stopped and went, why would they be trying to overturn that now? What did you think when you read that headline?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? Why now, 50 years ago, what would be the point? What would be the point? Because states can decide whether or not they take on the legislation or not. So it wouldn't be completely illegal. But even if it were, I mean, it's just unworkable. It's completely... I don't understand it. Like, the story's been leaked, nothing's happened yet, and it's all could, would, might, you know, and it probably won't. So it's like, what is behind the link? It makes me very suspicious.
Because abortion, the topic of abortion has come to the forefront again in America, because in Mississippi they recently voted to limit abortions to the first 15 weeks of pregnancy. Yeah. Then in Texas they've passed a bill that makes abortion illegal after 6 weeks. So each state can kind of do their own thing. So people are talking about it again. And there is quite a shock that this document was leaked, because these are, you know, Supreme Court judges having these conversations behind closed doors. But
I don't think there's an appetite for it either, because I do... Sorry, Katie, but I just want to say this. I do actually think that there are a lot of people are against abortion, full stop, 100%. But most of those people, I would guess, I'm pretty sure, would not want to legislate against it so that no one can have an abortion ever. I just can't see it. It isn't going to work.
Well, I think that's the thing. It's not about where do you stand on this, because whether you're for or against, it's about you shouldn't criminalise it. Because actually, if a woman wants to have an abortion, which I think she should be perfectly entitled to do, criminalising it won't stop her. It would just mean she'll have to access it unsafely. She'll be more prone to infection. She won't have the mental health support afterwards. You know, it was only up until recently that women were having to travel from Ireland to England to legally have abortions. So it certainly won't prevent it from happening.
I mean, there are people who are vehemently against abortion, and we said it's their right to have those beliefs, like it's other people's right to believe in abortion and think it's OK. But religion and faith does come into it often, Kelly.
100%. And, I mean, the faith community is totally divided on this topic, just so you know. There's not one size that fits all with this particular subject, and it is a very much how you feel about it approach in terms of denomination. So it's not like there's a choral decision and this is the stance that we take. And I think with women, it's got to be their choice. We don't know if that's, you know, if they've been raped as a consequence of that pregnancy. There might be mental health issues. There are all kinds of things that can lead to that pregnancy in the first place. And I don't think it's down to a government to then put those decisions in place. It should be down to the family, to the woman as an individual. There are so many personal circumstances that have led to that pregnancy. Surely it should be her and the family that make that decision, because it's a very difficult decision to make in the first place.
Pro-life supporters would say, you know, she should be given all the help if that was the case, if the pregnancy was the result of a rape, or if they were in an abusive relationship. They're saying, you know, that that woman should be offered help, but still...
But they're such an extreme bunch, though, Ruth, the pro-lifers. And I do think, again, if it does go through, it will be the opinions and the thoughts of the minority overruling the majority. Because, you know, how many people in America? 250 million or something? And I think there were 630,000 abortions last year, which is a lot. Yes, it is a lot, but... in a population of that size, I cannot actually believe that the majority of the people in that country would say, right, no, we're going to stop it altogether.
Do you think we need to be careful, though, especially with... There are some people that get pregnant and they're sort of willfully not thinking about the things that they're doing, and they're carelessly not thinking about the other end of that, you know, sexual encounter is
it as
a baby.
contraception,
you know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so we kind of have to look at that.
Well, it's a very emotive topic always, isn't it? Whenever we have discussed it, and as we said, at the moment, this is just a leaked document saying that this is being discussed.
Exactly.
And it won't be until the ruling won't be until early July. And so they say also in that time, that's why there's a lot of anger about the document being leaked, that during those conversations, some of those court judges might change their opinion from what they might have discussed to talking it through to coming out with a different conclusion. So we can't assume anything yet. But that's what they're saying. If it happened, that could mean that abortion could be illegal in many states in America. So watch this space, as they say. I'm sure, you know, if that happens, we will come back and talk about that again.